But that's really the topic of today. Like, how can you make the user and their needs front and center of your company, and what does it really take to get there? And we have people from StepStone here who will take us through the case.
So we've always had a pretty good understanding of our users, the tasks they kind of go through, and over the years we've built some pretty good, easy to use products and functionality, but it always felt very transactional and very functional. And it was a bit like, here's the tech, go sort yourselves out as users and go figure it out for yourselves. So we basically knew that we needed to go deeper to really serve our users as best we could. And we needed to go deeper and get that richer understanding of who these people were, what were they trying to do.
Frame, discover, activate, and implement. These are the 4 steps that we're going to walk through. Frame is basically setting the scope of the whole thing, like who do we want to cover, what is really the business intention, what are the target groups. Discover has 2 parts, qualitative and quant. Tina will show us how this was done, the framing and the discovery. Activate, I already told you before, that's Sabrina's part. How did we spread it then in the organization so that the results actually become that coffee table talk? And implement, Lawrence is going to take over this. He's going to give us a little bit of a sneak peek into products that are now created based on that research, and of course some additional work as well.
And again, what we'll hear throughout, it's really nice, is the partnership that we had with Bridge across that way. So running that framing workshop with the team really helped us understand what we wanted to go in and test, which I'll speak about later. And what that left us with to discover further, which is that 2-part phase that we've got, is the hypothesis of the job hierarchy, which again had all views in there, and we were challenged multiple times. So here's actually a screenshot from kind of our workshop. So, it's meant to look messy, but it kind of shows you, hopefully conveys the process that we went through. It's having a view and checking amongst the group, the internal group, but also with Bridge, is this what we all agree for it to look like? That, people were being asked to go through kind of these, the job metrics and decide like how important are they for you? And, irrespective of what how important you find them, how fulfilled are you? So currently in the market, are you happy? Are you satisfied with how that thing is done? And when you bring that back in for a product organization, you do get this clear sense of, well, where is the opportunity? So if you look at this graph and you see the red bit, it equals kind of the pain area, but what I like to describe it as is really that's your opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to say, well, these are the areas that we could potentially innovate in. It's the areas that we want to tackle, and obviously you have to make an assessment based on where your business is and all the capabilities. But what this visually did show for us was there's a lot we could do, and that's always exciting.
To make jobs to be done really the profitable test, we had to implement it in-house. So the idea was training delivered in-house will really plant the seed in the StepStone. We had internal trainers and champions for jobs to be done. We got expert consent, advice, and guidance by Bridge. The first workshop was called pain points matching. So we had all the job metrics from Bridge, and like Tina showed you, the gap is fulfillment and importance. So we had over 40 high priority opportunities, low fulfillment, but super important. And these pain points, job metrics, were put into the workshops. And then product had to come up with their initiatives, products, concepts, and then those 2 were matched. And you see here initiatives, the green bar, and pain points, the pink bar. And then we also had ratings with numbers. And this was quite eye-opening exercise, actually, because sometimes there was a lot of gray. That means zero addressing of pain points with some initiatives. Visually, it was quite impressive. The second workshop was in the value proposition canvas, and the output of the first workshop was used to ideate solutions for one product area. And you see here, in the middle is the promise, the brand promise. And the left side is the customer side, job applicant side, and on the right side is StepStone.
And these are some examples of what we've built. So we built a cover letter generator. This is the first product that we put into proof of concept. So writing a cover letter, although it feels slightly archaic, is quite a significant pain point for users because they want to stand out, but they feel the process is burdensome, and that leads them to not applying. The next product was a virtual interviewer. This is currently being built. It's going live in weeks' time. But we're proud of how directly it addresses the user's needs. So it helps them track their progress, breaks down the interview, and allows them to focus on questions they find hard. Again, it's using large language models and very trying to tailor and be quite specific to both the company and the role that they're going for. The last one I'm particularly proud of. So this product helps users understand flexibility needs. So it helps people find companies that meet, for the user to understand their own needs first, and then to find companies that actually meet them. This is honestly a product that StepStone would never have built before Jobs to be Done. So you need to make sure that adoption is both top down and bottom up. So it really helped that we had a leader in Florent who really embraced this theme, but at the same time it really helped that we encourage developers to understand it as well. You really need everybody involved in the process to kind of understand it and get behind it. So if you do this, in our experience, you'll create really useful, really loved products, and you'll have really interesting and informative coffee breaks. That's what I would say. Thanks very much.